Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Amazing Race. We are visiting the Amazon rainforest, and specifically today, we are going to talk about the rubber tree plant. I'm really excited about it because we are going to make the rubber from the rubber tree plant. The rubber tree plant produces 90% of the rubber used in the world. This is a picture of a rubber tree plant in the Amazon rainforest. And in order to get that sap, the rubber out of there, people stick a little tapping tool there and it drains down and they collect it there. The glue or the rubber, not glue, rubber, drips down like this and it looks very much like this substance, which is an example of what I already made to show you how to make this at home. So first we start off by using 1 tablespoon of borax. I found borax at Meijer in a box like this. Now, I would suggest, if you would like, to wear rubber gloves because it does feel kind of funny in your hands. Then add 1 cup of water. Now you're going to want to stir this pretty good so that the borax disappears. Just kind of, move that around a little bit and it'll dissolve on its own. But if you have a partner to help stir while you're doing the experiment, that is really fun too. So then you're going to take another bowl and we will need 5 tablespoons of glue. Sorry, I can't see my face. This bottle of glue is pretty big. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So we're going to put 5 tablespoons of white glue. I didn't try the clear glue, but I'm sure it would work. It just wouldn't look like the rubber. Then you're going to use 4 tablespoons of water and mix that with the glue. Now you're going to want to keep mixing it so most of the water is incorporated into the glue. So you're just going to keep mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing around. And eventually the water will mix into the glue. You want to make sure there's not a lot of clumps because then when you make your glue with, oops, I just spilled on my leg. It'll look really good. So there we go. It's looking pretty good. I have a few lumps, so I could probably do this a little bit more, but I think we'll call it good for now. So what I recommend is then first taking your first bowl with the borax and the water and dumping that in. Now every time I've done this, I've kind of had a little borax at the bottom. So I'll just scrape that in and give it another whirl around and make sure it's all dissolved in there. Then you want to take the cup of glue and water mixture and dump that in there too. Now here's the fun part. This is where you'll see the chemical change of the water and the borax turning into glue. So you want to keep moving that around, moving it around. Eventually you're going to start getting something pretty disgusting and wonderful like this. So you kind of move it around and move it around. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. And what I do is I just kind of take my hand and put it over the bowl, drain out the water, and then with your spoon, it seems to work really well. You're going to pull this out. Once you pull this out, just take your hand and it'll still drip a little bit. See that? But I have a paper towel ready. So just sit it on the paper towel and then squeeze it a minute. Now it will stick back together and it'll be kind of hard to pull it apart. Just tap it a little bit and it'll really turn out kind of fun. So you'll pull it off and you won't get it all off, but that's okay. Just kind of pull it apart. Oop, got some paper towel stuck. And now you will have rainforest rubber tree rubber. Now, if I would let this sit a little bit longer, it will look more smooth like this. If I had stirred the glue and water mixture a little bit longer, it would look like this. But this one has sat overnight, so this one is super smooth. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. And then I made a second example. This one, not as smooth, but it's been sitting since this morning. And here's the one from today. As you can see, it's still pretty sticky. So if you're going to do this at home, I would recommend just keeping it on a paper towel for a little more time, drying it out, or kind of playing with it. You can see my hands are kind of gross, but doesn't smell too good either. But it ends up being the rubber from the rubber tree plant. So next time you wear your tennis shoes or ride in a car with rubber tires or anything else, put a rubber band in your hair, just think about where that rubber came from, because 90% of the world's rubber products come from the Amazon rainforest. So, in conclusion, we are blessed with the Amazon rainforest. See you all next week when we discover something else.